Lesson 25, Project Help Video. In the project for Lesson 24, you graph the motion of Sally and Chelsea, the pterodactyls, as they fly through the sky. Now you'll analyze the period, amplitude, frequency, and midline of each graph. Sally's motion through the sky is represented by the function g of x equals 2 sine x plus 15, as shown in the following graph. Using either the formula for g of x or the graph, determine the amplitude. So remember, if you're looking in the formula, the amplitude is the absolute value of the number in front of either the sine or the cosine. So that would be here, that would be the 2. If you're looking at the graph, you would take your tallest point minus your lowest point divided by 2. So I'd have 17 minus 13 divided by 2. 17 minus 13 is 4. 4 divided by 2 gives me a 2. So my amplitude for Sally's graph is 2. As stated in the previous problem, Sally's motion through the sky is represented by the function g of x equals 2 sine x plus 15 shown here. What is the period of g of x? So the period is where it makes one full rotation. So if I start here at 0, we start at 15. So it goes up, comes back down, and then goes back up where it's at 15 again, right here. When it makes one full cycle like that, that would give us our period. So if we trace that down, our period from the graph is 2 pi. The other way from your equation is you take the coefficient in front of your angle here. So our coefficient is 1, and that's considered our b value. So 2 pi over b is the formula that gives you your period. So we would have 2 pi divided by the coefficient, which is what represents b, is the coefficient here in front of x, which is 1 for us. 2 pi divided by 1 is 2 pi. So our period is 2 pi. Refer to your answer in the previous problem. What is the frequency of g of x? So the frequency is 1 over the period. In the last problem, we figured out that our period is 2 pi, so we're going to have 1 over 2 pi. That is our frequency. As stated in the previous problem, Sally's motion through the sky is represented by the function g of x equals 2 sine x plus 15, shown here. The equation for the midline of g of x is y equals blank. What number fills in the blank in the previous sentence? So if we're looking at the equation, the way to figure that out is it's the number that's added or subtracted on the end. So we include the sign, so that means it's positive 15. If this was a minus 15, then it would be a negative 15. From the graph, the way to figure it out is your middle point in between your highest and your lowest. So your highest is at 17, your lowest is at 13. So your midline here would be right here at 15. It's the one that cuts your sine or cosine function in half. So we would have y equals 15 is our midline. So to fill in our blank here, the number that fills in that blank would be 15. Hope this helps with your Lesson 25 project.